Hey YouTube, this is Zark, and I'm back with another Pokemon Online battle. I know I said I was going to get it on the DS emulator. I tried that. It's not hard to do, but I had a very slow frame rate. My computer wouldn't cooperate, so yeah, it wasn't worth it. But anyway, along with the battle. It's against a guy named Zenin. He leads with the Rotom H. I'm leading with my Skarmory. I decided to bait him into a fire move with Skarm. I get the Flash Fire Boost. I've got the Life Orb. I go with the Fire Blast. It's going to murder anything. It does a huge chunk to Rotom H. Almost knocks it out in one shot. He goes with a Thunderbolt, does a massive chunk to me, especially considering I have Life Orb, but I'm not really that worried about it. I go with the Shadow Ball on the switch. It does a decent chunk to Suicune. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Energy Ball to knock him out. He uses the Protect. I really wasn't expecting Suicune to have Protect, but I'm guessing he was probably just scouting what I had. So he switches back out to his Rotom. I'm going with the Energy Ball just in case he didn't switch. He knocks the Rotom out. That's a clean kill on the Rotom. Next, he's going to go out on his TheArkania. I'm going to die one more Life Orb, or if he's got Injury Hazard at all, so I decided not to switch out, just Death Water Chandelier. I'm going to go out on his Crafty. He's locked in his Stone Edge, so I'm going to go over the Dragon Dance. I know he notices that he's not going to take out Scrafty. I've got Dragon Dance. I'm going to go ahead and Dragon Dance on the switch. He sends back out Suicune. I've got the Lumberry, so I'm really not that afraid of anything that Suicune can do. So I'm going to go with the Drain Punch. He hits me with a Toxic. Lumberry takes care of that. And I realized that Drain Punch did 40%. He's got 40% of leftovers. But min-max damage doesn't work out for me. I only do 35 that time. I realized I should have used Crunch. But hindsight's 20/20, so what can you do? He goes with the Protect. I've expected that. I should have used Dragon Dance. But, oh well. He goes ahead and gets another Protect up, and that he shouldn't have got it. I mean, Protect really rarely works 2 times in a row, but it worked. So I go ahead and use Drain Punch again on the third one time. I knew he couldn't use Protect again. I knock out the Suicune, that's a dead one. He goes with the Ambipom. I realize most Ambipoms carry Fake Out, so I'm going to switch out to Scizor, resist that, and I'm going to go with the Swords Dance just to try and set up a sweep. But he goes with a low kick, and it does a little bit of damage. I get the Swords Dance. I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch to knock it out. And there we go. Next, he's going to go out into his Jirachi. I wasn't really sure what to do about it. He goes to the Draco Meteor, gets a critical hit. I'm not sure if it mattered. I know Bullet Punch really wouldn't have done much. Jirachi's pretty defensive. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go into Zapdos with the Heat Wave. I miss. He goes with the Iron Head. I don't know why I resist it. And he switches because he sees the Heat Wave. I'm going to go ahead and the Heat Wave just to be safe. I hit the Nidoking with the Heat Wave. Do about half. I've got the Hidden Power Ice, so I'm going to go ahead and knock him out with that. And that's a dead Nidoking. He's going to go into TheArkania. I know that. So he's going to go in. I know he's going to go use the Stone Edge. I switch out to Skarmory. I take the Stone Edge like a boss. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Roost just to heal off any damage. Seeing the Roost, knowing he's going to keep on using Stone Edge, I know he's going for the critical hit. I'm just begging that he doesn't get that crit, because I know that would just destroy Skarmory. But it's basically just a Roost Stone Edge war. Eventually it ends with me using Whirlwind to Whirlwind him back into Jirachi. He misses that Stone Edge right there. Kind of a break for me. I can get the Whirlwind on getting back into Jirachi. Here I'm going to decide that he doesn't really have anything. I've seen Draco Meteor, I've seen Iron Head. He's not really frightening me. I'm going to get this first layer Spikes up. I'm going to try and get some repetitive damage on Jirachi and TheArkania. He goes back into his TheArkania, and I get my second layer Spikes. I'm expecting the Stone Edge again, so I believe I go for another Roost. No, I actually go for a Whirlwind, my bad. I get Whirlwind on TheArkania and getting back into Jirachi. And he goes for another Draco Meteor. It's worthless. It's just, it doesn't do anything to me. I go for the Roost, get 50% HP back. I believe he goes for the Zen Headbutt. He gets the critical hit. It's absolutely useless. It doesn't even phase Skarmory. I go for the Roost, get all my HP back. He goes for the Wish, revealing his third move. He goes back into Terrakion. Terrakion's gonna get the wish. I'm really not bothered by that. I get the Stealth Rock on the switch. And then I'm gonna decide, he goes for the Sacred Sword, so I believe, yes, I go for the Whirlwind, getting back into Jirachi. I've got all my hazards up. It's doing a lot of damage. And he goes for the Draco Meteor. He misses. I go for the Whirlwind. It gets him back into Terrakion. And here I'm just trying to find a good time to switch in Zapdos to finish these guys off. He goes for the. I go for the Whirlwind just to get Jirachi back in there. I believe here I go for the Roost. When you use Wish, yes I do. I get most of my HP back. I'm gonna go for the Whirlwind, I believe. After he uses Draco Meteor and does nothing once more. Yes, I get the Whirlwind on the Terrakion. Here, I believe, is when he uses Sacred Sword. And I realize I can switch into Zapdos just to resist that. Yes, he uses Sacred Sword. I'm gonna use Roost, get most of my HP back. I switch into my Zapdos. Knowing the entry hazards are going to take out Jirachi next time he switches. So, if he switches into Jirachi, it's a dead Jirachi. If he doesn't switch, Terrakion's taking major damage from Thunderbolt. He switches into Jirachi, the entry hazards knock him out. Just as planned. I use Thunderbolt, there's nothing there to hit, so obviously he doesn't hit anything. He switches back into Terrakion. I know he's going to try and lock himself back into Stone Edge. He uses Stone Edge, takes out my Zapdos, but I have another thing to take out that Terrakion. I send out my Espeon. Espeon is sashed, so this is pretty much a good game. Whether he had Stone Edge or not, I would have lived it. I get that Side Shock off. I kill out Terrakion. Good game, Zenin. It's a great battle. Hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment,